I was first diagnosed with prostate cancer about 3 years ago, towards the end of 2007, and I eventually underwent a radical prostatectomy, a robotic procedure, and had my prostate removed. And at the moment I'm feeling really well. My GP first picked up that I had an abnormality in my prostate and that it was slightly enlarged, and so he referred me to Professor Stricker. And Professor Stricker decided that I should undergo a biopsy, and I underwent a biopsy, and we discovered that the abnormality was just a calcification, but as part of the biopsy you also found a very small tumour and quite a low Gleason score of the tumour. So we decided to undergo an active surveillance program, and we did that, and I underwent a second biopsy about 12 months after that, and then a further tumour was found within my prostate, and it was quite a high Gleason score, and so it was clear that something had to be done, and we decided to take it out. The outcome I was looking for was that I wanted to deal with the cancer, and I wanted to get rid of the cancer. And so that led me fairly quickly, and on the advice of Professor Stricker, to have a radical prostatectomy and have the prostate removed. We then looked at the various options of doing that. I was impressed by the technology. I was impressed by the information that I received on it, and the advantages of a quick recovery, less likelihood for the loss of blood, and a shorter time in hospital. And that is all what occurred, and it worked out very well. In regard to choosing the options which were available to us, I felt really well informed by the information that Professor Stricker had provided. There were DVDs, there was the amount of information that I wanted. If I wanted to get into the real technicalities of it, I could observe a full operation on a DVD. I decided to have a look at that in quite general terms and didn't go into all the details, but I discussed it with my wife and discussed what the various options were, and got her opinion on that, and we were of the same mind that we needed to deal with the cancer and deal with that as quickly and as finally as we could. What I was looking for in the dealing with the prostate cancer was what Professor Stricker refers to as the trifecta. I wanted to get rid of the cancer, I didn't want to suffer from incontinence, and I didn't want to suffer from impotence. And that what I've found is that my PSA is very low, and we think we're on top of the cancer at the moment. The incontinence was never a problem for me, and even straight after the operation I was not suffering any leakage or any signs of incontinence. The impotence, it's something which is improving at the moment, and I'm undergoing some treatment with that, and it's getting better. Professor Stricker was first recommended to me and by my GP, who referred me to him, and he regarded Professor Stricker as the best urologist and surgeon around in Sydney, and was highly confident in the referral. When I first met Philip Stricker, I warmed to him. I really admired his professional approach and the no-nonsense treatment of the subject and what we had to deal with. He gave me an air of confidence that it was something that we could deal with. I felt very comfortable in the advice that he was providing me, and felt that as far as was possible, that we had as much control over the situation as I could. I would choose the same treatment option as again. Initially, we started off hoping that there wasn't going to be a need for a radical prostatectomy, and that's when we went through the process of looking at the active surveillance. But after the second biopsy, it was clear that the tumour was growing and it was getting nastier. And so it had to be dealt with. And to my mind, it had to come out. The robotic procedure I found to be very good. I recovered very quickly. I felt no major discomfort following the operation, and so it was a very slick procedure and operation, and it had good outcomes. My message to other men would be that to be alert to the symptoms, and we're all pretty well aware, and there's a lot of information around about what the general symptoms are, but also be alert and monitor what you can, such as your PSA, and don't be put off by the digital examination. It was the digital examination which found that I had a prostate problem and that I had prostate cancer, and allowed me to deal with it and treat it. So don't be dissuaded from those things. Seek medical advice as early as possible, as soon as you become aware that there is a problem, and follow the advice. That there are experts there. There's a lot of knowledge and a growing volume of knowledge about prostates and their treatment, and the treatments are improving all the time. So get the best advice from your doctors and follow it and act on it. One of the reasons that I was really pleased with the treatment that I got from Philip Stricker was that the whole package of the treatment, particularly the services provided by Jane Matthews. The 2-hour presentation or discussion that she had with me and my wife before the operation was just very valuable. There were no surprises through the procedure, through the operation procedure, through the lead up to it, going into the operation, and what subsequently happened after the operation and the recovery. It was a perfectly scripted outline that she provided to us, and it ran to that script, and so there were no surprises, and it made it a lot easier for both my wife and myself to deal with.